Hello and welcome to the Skyworld channel, and today I want to show you guys the brand new Oculus Rift S. I actually have the really awesome opportunity to show you guys this new thing in action from Oculus, so huge thank you to Oculus for sending this really cool new product over. And this is their successor to their original VR headset that I actually checked out back in 2017. Anyways, though, we talk about the new features of it, see what's new with it, and also unboxing it with you guys. So the main deal with the new Oculus Rift S is that, as you can tell, there's no sensors. Like, there's no actual sensor bars that you put on your desk or something like that. It actually has built-in cameras to show you where your position is. Oh, I gotta be more careful with this. Oh my god. Ooh. So the cool thing is that whenever I received the original Oculus headset back in 2017, rather than just leaving it on the shelf, I actually used it a lot with playing with other friends in a bunch of other VR games. Like, my Oculus library is at about 20 games right now, and I'm really excited to see what Oculus has done in the 2 years since then. And the things I'm most looking forward to this are, one, the improved sharpness. They supposedly cured the screen door effect so that your image is more clear, but also they removed those dang sensors, which means for my PC build videos, I can just get right away to testing VR in a much, hopefully, easier fashion, since we won't have to deal with all the cables and stuff. And here is the headset. Ooh, it looks more like an actual product rather than some, I don't know, a prototype or something like that with the old one. So you're given the headset, you're given the 2 touch controllers, and here we have a little box. What's in here? Ooh, okay. So we are given 2 AA batteries. I'm not sure what this is for, but we'll soon find out. They may be for the controllers, probably. And here's a handy guide. So actually, man, this is all you're given. I remember the old Oculus and you were given 2 boxes, all this extra stuff, like an Xbox controller. Here it's pretty simple. You're just given the thing. I want to make sure yeah, that's it. I'm not missing anything. So here is how to set up your Oculus Rift S. We're going to be taking a look at this in a little bit. And here is a very small and petite manual. We're not going to be needing this. And that's it. Oh, and check that out. This is a DVI to mini DVI or mini HDMI. This is a DisplayPort to mini DisplayPort right here. I don't think I'll be using this, but it's a good thing Oculus included this. Because in most gaming PCs, you're going to be encountering a mini DisplayPort at all. So actually, I'm going to try this thing on real quick. I like the matte finish of these controllers. I think the old ones were not there's actual texture on them. I have to get a close-up of that. And are the straps retractable? I don't know about that. Also, what's new is that the actual controllers have the circle or whatever. Rather than it being kind of hinged with the controller, it's hinged but perpendicular to it, so it looks like it's at an angle, kind of. That's interesting, that's new. Maybe it's to help the actual tracking of the controllers, possibly. So here's the one cable that this thing uses, which is gonna be neat. This is a long cable, guys. Ooh, okay. I just like how more structured this headset looks. The old one, the headphones on them were kind of flimsy and it looked like they could break if you dropped the headset, which I did accidentally, but luckily they stayed on. But it looks like this is a lot more composed and probably a lot more comfortable because this headband goes around the whole headset. Because before you had 3 straps and you had to do all this stuff to get in the right place. And yeah, there's a bunch of cameras here. So if you were to step out of balance with this headset, the cameras would pop up and show you where you are actually in the real world. But now I want to actually go ahead and put this puppy on. Oh wait, maybe I should quickly look at the manual. Adjust the top strap and fit the wheel for a secure, comfortable fit. Press the depth adjustment button and adjust the lenses in or out for more clarity. I don't know, we're gonna look at this once you put it on. And it looks like there may be an audio jack here, interestingly enough. Anyways though, enough messing around. I wanna see if I can put this thing on my head. Oh, okay. So you can kind of extend this thing back. Oh, that is in. That is in, definitely. Whoa, okay, this is, you feel this is not coming off your head. That headband that just goes around, that's padded, Oh, this thing is staying in place. This is much better than the first Oculus. And you have this little adjustable knob right here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And I haven't actually turned it on, but I assume that when I turn it on, this will be like in the right spot with my eyes. Oh, and here's where, oh, check that out. That's where you can bring it back and forth if you have like an elongated head. This feels so much better. I'm really excited now. So that is it. That's what's given in the box for you with the Oculus Rift S. But enough talking about that. I want to see how good this thing is in VR. So after plugging the headset into the gaming PC, the setup itself was pretty simple. And the first thing that I immediately liked about the headset was that I only had to deal with one long cable when working with the headset. Unlike the original Oculus Rift, which had like 4 cables you had to deal with, 2 of those being the stand sensors and the Oculus Rift headset, the Oculus Rift S has the sensors built into the headset itself, so you actually only need just one cable going into your computer to run this VR headset. And additionally, when it came to the setup process, it was very easy and much less complicated than the original Oculus Rift, which yet again used those stand sensors, so you had to like angle your play space to the right amount so you can kind of determine how far back you could move. With the Oculus Rift S, since the sensors are in the headset, you can actually draw out your play space, which was something very intuitive and I much enjoyed, and it actually does such a great job to where like I could stick out my head from the play area, which is like this imaginary 3D grid around you, and it'll actually stop showing you what's on screen and turn on the cameras in the headset itself to show you your surroundings in real life. So something really ingenious for keeping players that from, you know, hitting their TV or something like that. So once I went ahead and finished the setup, I went ahead and tried those Oculus demos, which were really fun, and I could instantly tell that the image quality was much clearer, especially text, and the comfort of course was really awesome. But the trade-off for that really comforting headband is that the audio isn't completely immersive, because as you can tell, my ears are exposed. But when you look at the original Oculus Rift headset, they had those little earmuffs that went on your ear and actually shot music into them, rather than with the Oculus Rift S, which kind of has to like angle and shoot into your ear. So the audio isn't as immersive, but I definitely take it with that really comforting headband that it has. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed those impressions over the Oculus Rift S. In the next video covering the Rift S, we're actually going to be looking at a budget graphics card that can potentially run VR, but for $100. So kind of like a follow-up to my original, do you need an expensive gaming graphics card to run VR? So that should be really interesting because the GTX 1050 is not being produced anymore. So I got to find a new brand new $100 GPU to hopefully break the stereotype of you needing a super expensive GPU to run VR. But besides from that, that is all I have for today's video, and this is the Scatterville channel, signing out.